What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. These are my thoughts. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fantastic, people. Fantastic. Look at this. Did you guys ever wonder, like, maybe this might be like vodka or something? No, I'm fine, guys. Christmas is just a few days away. I made the decision. I used to send out Christmas cards. I must have sent out like 40 to 50 every year to like just people I knew in the business. This year I sent out eight. And the 8 cards I sent to were people who sent cards to me, pretty much. Because, I realized, this is a true story. Worked behind the scenes for many years. And I had a good network. And when I quit my job, like, I couldn't get any return phone calls. Meaning I'd call people to, like, look at my stuff, people I knew in the business. They wouldn't even call me back. And I was like, holy shit, these people were never my friends. And I know I've talked about this in other vlogs. And I was like, why am I sending these people Christmas cards? Like, they couldn't give a shit about me. And I was like, man, it's that need to be, I guess, on their radar or liked. But honestly, like I've said this before, people speak through their actions. Like, if they wanted to help me, they would have helped me by now. So I was like, yeah, fuck them. I'm not sending them a Christmas card. I'm sure they're waiting for my Christmas card. Like, where's Tarun's Christmas card? Nobody cares. So this year I only sent 8. And I was like, I'm good with that. Eight's good. Eight's a nice, solid, even number. If you got 8 cards, if you got a card from me, consider yourself special. But I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. And he was telling me he was in Hollywood driving to the Laugh Factory, and he almost turned it down. And I asked why, and he said they're not paying for the spot. It was like a guest spot. And he's like, I only do paid work. And I was like, man, that's that's a mindset. And he does really well, by the way, as a comic. He gets paid pretty well, and I was like, that's the mindset you got to set standards for yourself, right? I think in life, you got to set standards like, this is what I do. This is my talent. This is what I get paid for, my talent, right? And you set those standards. And I think that's really important just in life, how people treat you. Like I've been in like relationships, especially like I'll be the first to say this, like, when I started dating, started dating like really late. If you listen to that podcast with Paul, like I didn't really have a lot of game with chicks. So I was kind of like a beta male guy, and like just, I was so happy to be in a relationship with like a hot chick. I would do whatever, right? And then I realized I was like, you know what? You got to set a standard for how you're being treated. Just because a person is attractive doesn't give them power. And I was also a model. I wasn't some like fucking Quasimodo off the street, but I realize in business and life, you have to set standards for how you are treated. And his one friend who is this kind of very abusive friendship. And, he was connected in Hollywood. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm done with this. And I just cut it off. And especially, this past year with all the changes, I really don't care anymore about telling people off. I mean, telling people off in the sense of expressing my feelings. And if there's anything which I can take away from this year is this reinforcing that of how you want to be treated by others, right? For me personally, I've got to set a standard for my career, like, because I love comedy so much. Sometimes I'll do it for free. Sometimes I'll pay to get on stage. I'll do an open mic and they charge $5 or something. But I'm like, man, I gotta try these jokes. Like, maybe I don't have to do that. I already know I'm, good at what I do, but I'm so compulsive. And I think what happens, this is my theory. It's all conjecture, but like, even in relationships, like you get beaten down and then you're like, this is the way it's supposed to be. Then you end up marrying the person. I mean, guys and girls. And then you're just like, well, I guess I'm supposed to get punched in the face every day. Maybe it's like an abusive relationship. Or like in comedy, you're used to being exploited by these bookers who are like, yeah, perform for free and you're lucky to be on my stage. It's like, this is the way it is. No, it isn't. You know, you can set standards for yourself. And one of the things which I always have this revelation every time not revelation, but just this idea reinforced when I meditate. I'm like, just do the work. Like, just get really good at what I do and become unstoppable. And that's the way I view my career. I'm like, well, I'll get so good, you know, you'll come to me. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe it's just the caffeine talking. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk soon. Take care.